Alright lads and lasses, and welcome to a Liverpool career mode with a twist. This is effectively going to be the career mode of next season, the 15-16 season, so all transfers are up to date from when this was recorded, just going through the team roster there, just showing all the new signings. I think first things first, let's go over to the office, go over to the emails and see what they expect from us. They want us to reach the final of a cup, so good luck with that. And then all the transfer stuff going on there. In the league objective, they want us to qualify for the Champions League, so that'll be interesting. But I think the first thing we need to do is improve the team. And what I'll do is I'll go through that and I'll show you the starting lineup once I've finished fiddling around with it and putting all the bench together. So hopefully I'll have that up for you in a second, guys. So there's the starting lineup. We've got Mignolet, Klein, Skirtle, Saka and Moreno, Henderson, Milner and Lallana in the midfield, Coutinho, Firmino and Sturridge as a front three. Now there is improvements we need to that. So we're definitely going to make them especially more depth in the midfield and the defence and maybe a backup striker. So here's a glitch in career mode, guys. If you offer Joe Allen as a straight swap for Tielemans, they usually always accept it. So it's an easy way of getting for him. And as you can see, just putting in lots of bids for different midfielders to try and increase that squad depth that I was on about in the midfield. Axel Witsel and Prejo and Perez all getting offers. Zenit straight up reject. And Valencia, I think it was, wanted 14 million for Enzo Perez. So I went ahead and went with that. I thought that was pretty fine, to be honest. And as you can see, Tielemans, they've accepted the straight swap for Joe Allen. So that's a really easy way to get one of the best young players in the game. Inigo Martinez, they want 9.5 million for Inigo Martinez. And they want us to win the cup in the Europa League. So good luck with that. And there you go, Valencia have accepted the 14 million for Enzo Perez. And Yuri Tielemans has accepted his contract, so that's our first signing. He cost us absolutely nothing. And we've offloaded one of the worst midfielders in the Premier League, in my opinion. So we'll go and put him straight on the bench. And he will definitely feature, probably mostly in the cup games. So you can see there, just a quick glimpse of the bench. You can pause, of course, if you'd like to see my bench. And I thought something that's really important for this team is loaning out some of the young players, some of the young talent in Liverpool. It seems to be what Liverpool are all about at the moment, bringing in young talent. It's what they need. It's what Brendan Rodgers thinks they need. And of course, we want to offload some of the old players which are just completely past it, like Kolo Touré and Jones. We just need to get rid of them. But I think it's quite important that we loan out these young players. We're even loaning out Markovic because I just don't think he'll get into the first team at the moment. It's players like that. I just don't think we'll get into the first team, and I just don't want them whining at me all the time, saying that they're not getting played. So there we go. There's first of the transfers. Barini, we want him out. I wanted to get rid of Balotelli, but unfortunately he just joined. I'm just scrolling through the list, and Lovren's the same. I wanted to get rid of him, but he just joined. Lucas Leiva, we've put him up on the transfer list. But he's one of them players where he'll only go if I can get the right money for him, because he's quite a solid CDM, to be fair, in this game. Brad Jones can definitely go. And there we go, Kolo Touré, he can go as well. He's well past it. And I think something that we need to do before the season starts is just sort out some team sheets so we don't go get those emails like I was on about earlier with them stupid players whining about not getting game time. And then it results in them wanting to leave or getting lots more wage, and the board end up selling them. It just gets really annoying. So these team sheets will help us fluctuate our front line and hopefully not get any of them emails of players whining about not getting played. So this team sheet's just for cup games. This is basically like my second team. Still got some of the best players in it. Don't think I've touched the defence too much, if at all. So yeah, it's basically just resting the best players like Sturridge and Coutinho, just making sure they don't overdo it. And then the last team sheet we'll go on to a friendly team sheet. So this basically just gives the reserve players a chance, and maybe a chance to show off and get a loan offer from different teams. Because most of the front lineup is just going to be full of players that I want to send out on loan. There's going to be no good players in this lineup. It's basically just all the reserves players. It's a straight swap. The front 11 going into the reserves, and the reserves going into the starting 11. So you can see now, just basically putting all the top 11 on the reserves, just doing straight swaps, even putting Bogdan in goal. I mean, you know you're really resting players when you're putting Bogdan in goal, and putting McLaughlin in for Klein, Flanagan giving him a chance. And then we'll just go through the bench and just sort out the bench and make sure that no one too good is going to be left on for too long. And you see, just going through this now, just trying to find replacements for all the good players, because we don't want to risk any of them stupid injuries where if you go simming into a game, especially in pre-season, it seems to always happen. You go into pre-season, you've just signed a really good player, you sim a match with him, he gets injured, out for 4 months with a broken leg, and it just happens all the time. So as you see here, just filtering out all the good players, making sure there's absolutely no chance of them getting injured before the start of the season, because that is not what we want. And there we go, we've finished the team sheets. Pause if you'd like to see any of them, if you do want. Now going on to some more transfers. Daniel Sturridge, we've got a transfer offer for him, which we're going to straight up reject. We are not accepting any transfers for any of the big players. And Real Sociedad have accepted the 8.5 mil for Inigo Martinez, so that's good news, because I think he'll be a really solid backup centre-back, if not maybe first team. And Enzo Perez has accepted his contract offer, so that's our second signing of the season, I think. So we'll put him straight into the team for Lallana. I mean, I don't think I've shown his stats in this video, but I'll definitely show it at some point in the second video. His mental and physical are all green. It's just so overpowered. He is unbelievable. He's just so good. And he's going to be such an overpowered midfielder to have. He could basically be Steven Gerrard, just with better pace, really. Inigo Martinez is unfortunately rejected the contract offer, so we're just going to have to boost up the money a bit. He's obviously happy playing for David Moyes. And then look again, more transfer offers for the best players, and we just straight up reject them. We're not selling any of the big players. And Inigo Martinez there, signing for the club. And then we're just trying to offload any of the old players. Brad Jones. And now there's the big signing, guys. Lots of rumours going around that Liverpool have triggered Benteke's buyout clause, and I thought it'd only be good if we try and sign him. And it really took some work, guys. I mean, Aston Villa were not letting me have him cheap. They were hassling like hell. We go on to the first friendly of the season here against a team that I've never heard of, and we somehow lose 1-0. I guess it's because we're just playing such a young team. We're just loaning out some of them players. Yeshiel obviously impressed in the first friendly. Running into the second friendly now against Freiburg. And we win 1-0, and Kolo Touré picks up one of them injuries that I was on about. And as you can see, guys, Aston Villa just aren't budging. So in the end, I just decided, you know what? Take your 20 million, and I'll have Benteke, please. And going into the last friendly of the season against Milan, I have heard of them, and we lose 2-1. Milner getting himself a goal for a penalty line. And here we go, Benteke under contract talks now. We offer him what he's on, and he accepts, and that's the biggest signing that we're probably going to make this season. Christian Benteke, the big Belgian man. He's going to be absolutely crucial to our season in this career mode, I think. We'll put him on the bench now, but he's definitely going to feature a lot in this career mode. Transfer offer for Fabio Borini, just trying to offload again some of them players that are just never going to get played, and it's just no point in them being there, really. And again, transfer offer for Jose Enrique, not going to get played. I much prefer John Flanagan, to be honest. He's younger, got more potential, and in my opinion, he just gets the job done better. But that's going to bring us to the end of this episode, guys. If you have enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe for the next episode, which should be out tomorrow, which will include a game against Southampton, Spurs, and Man City. So make sure you don't miss it, guys. Like I say, if you have enjoyed,